Let me hide me. Big screen you. And let me see something real quick, Trey. Just make sure we're not. I want you to have your full 5 minutes of uninterrupted discourse. Okay, you deserve it. You deserve it.
Oh,
You deserve it. I'm gonna put it on right now. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Trey, have a blast.
Oh man, hey, just exhausted. Hey, I'm just
Have a blast.
exhausted. I'm exhausted. Just a long week of just winning more money than y'all work for, baby. I'm coming up like a madman. Miller sending me 40. I got money raining on him. I feel like a stripper had so much money just dropping in my lap. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I was gonna do it. I told y'all I was gonna sweep the card, and dadgummit, I'm counting it as a sweep because they cheated, Lee.
They did.
They did Leech so dirty. The disrespect and blatant racism that I've seen displayed in the T-Mobile Arena has me sick to my stomach. That's the most racist thing I've seen against an Asian person since they were punching them in New York. I can't believe that they would do that to him. He was tagging that man D-Rod the whole entire fight, had him backpedaling, had him bleeding, had him looking dazed and confused, rattled him a couple times. And he lost? And he lost? I mean, that's one thing. Here's the real thing. Papa Bear really went 4-1 on the card. I told y'all I was going to do that. I told y'all I was the source. I told y'all I was the king. I told y'all I was the one that gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel. I know what I'm doing. I'm the best capper in the UFC. I am the best capper in the UFC. I'm making more money than y'all work for a week, and it is the easiest thing I've ever done in my entire life. It's only taken me 2 or 3 hours. And that's including, you're not running, Miller. That's including the $40 Miller just wanted to give me so badly. He was just begging to give me that money. He wanted to hand it to me. Please, Trey, bet me. I want to give you money. Please, I want to give you this money back. Please. Sure enough. 2 bets. Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson, which I can't believe he would choose Tony Ferguson in a fight like that. That man is an absolute bum. He looks awful. Every time he threw a spinning back elbow or back fist, I said, what's this man doing? He got out of position. He didn't know where he was at in the fight. If Nate had any athleticism left or any drive left, he would have absolutely dropped him when he was just turned around looking like an idiot like that. I thought Nate was absolutely hilarious. He was walking around out there, barely paying the man attention, barely even showing him the respect, walking around with his hands on the cage, kicking him when he walked over to him, just saying, waving his finger, looking like Mutombo out there. No. I'm not fighting right now. I'll fight when I want to. That's a legend. Way to go out. But man, it feels so good to be back on this side, looking at the money come into my account, looking at me get rich off Miller. So I just want to say this. All you bozos in here, all you haters in here, all you Johnson riders, you little fanboys in here that want to comment at me and talk disrespectful on me and say I don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know what I'm picking, and I don't know these fights and everything. Well, guess what? Everybody who donates in this chat, I appreciate you because you helped Miller pay me $40 this weekend. You helped him make me go green. So all you little fanboys in here that be talking to me but be sending money in here, guess what? You just put it in my pocket, you bums, and that's what you get. That's what you get. You support the king. You support the master. You support the one who gets it done. Mr. Intel, the source. Because that's all I am. All I do is try to tell you the truth. All I do is try and let y'all know. I was calling my shot the whole time. I'm going to sweep this card. And I would have swept the card if it wasn't the worst robbery I've ever seen in UFC history. It was blatant racism. And I'm not even Asian. I'm a white dude. So I'm like a neutral ground, you know what I'm saying? I'm just watching, I'm standing back, I'm an observer, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really choosing a side, really. But it makes me sick because I should have swept that card, and I should be rubbing it in every single one of y'all's faces today. But needless to say, hey, what an incredible, crazy, eventful week and weekend for the UFC. What a way for Nate Diaz to go out, flexing while he's getting the submission. Tony's an absolute bum. That dude's on a 5-fight losing streak, and he needs to get the heck out of here.
Well,
Talk to the
Trey.
champion, Miller. Talk to the champion.
Trey. Let me first say this. Congratulations. I'm going to be on the humble side today because there have been plenty of times that I've been correct.
You're going to be on the humble side today because I absolutely humbled you this weekend.
Listen, Trey, yes, I donated or I gave you $40 one day, but I'm up like what, $80?
No shot.
I'm up something, like some good
you're
money.
Like you're up to like negative $60 on me.
Trey, let's be don't make me look up the I'm being honest. I've destroyed you in
I'm
bets.
being honest.
I don't. I had to scroll.
Before
we get into it, I had to scroll, and we're gonna cover UFC 279. I had to scroll down to look for your name, like you know how you look for like last paid. I think it was like 2019 or something like that. You know what I mean? Now, when I went into like received payments, then I saw your name just like over and over.
Yeah, they don't got them split up, buddy. How about that? They don't got them split up.
It was like Trey's mother, Trey. You know, like
hey, Mom, Miller's talking trash about you.
Whoa, chill. All right. We'll get right to it, man. Don't get me nervous, guys. UFC 279. I wanted to talk about something you brought up that I think is really important. UFC 279, Li Jingliang. You felt it was a robbery. I did too. You would have swept the card, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I would have been 5-0. I was 4-1 instead. I don't think it's just a robbery. I think it's the worst robbery in UFC history.
Worse than the Kobe one and Usman, because I know you really felt Kobe one.
Well,
so.
I mean, I don't know. That's a very close second. If I'm being
Holloway Volkanovski, worse than that.
What are you talking about? Holloway never beat Volkanovski. Y'all stop being stupid.
That second fight was damn near close.
No,
even the betting sites were giving money back. They weren't doing that for Li.
Yeah, because they folded and they're weak for that. I don't think that would ever happen again. I mean, that was the most ridiculous thing. Volkanovski is the best point fighter in UFC history. We all know that he's the best point fighter. All right. So what are we talking about?
You said worst decision.
Max did not win that.
So I'm just bringing some up.
I'm telling you no. Colby second. Max did not beat Volkanovski. I hate when people say that.
Okay, so Li Jingliang got completely robbed. Listen, I agree with you. I thought he won the first 2 rounds watching it back. I think Daniel Rodriguez's best moments was in the 3rd round. And Trey, if you remember, maybe you could elaborate more on this. I only remember Daniel Rodriguez really landing jabs. Maybe 1 or 2 hooks throughout the whole fight.
And did he get taken down a couple times? Like, what are we doing? Wasn't he taken down like twice?
I'll look it up. But
here's my thing. What more does Li need to do to win that fight? What does he got to do?
What more does he need to do to feel good about being in the UFC? I mean, he's just been unlucky. Couldn't wear the suit to the press conference. Had to change his opponent. He was a slight underdog. He has to go up in weight, a catch weight of. He has to go up in weight like 10 pounds. I think he weighed in at 170.5.
They cheated that man.
And I thought he won. He was the one taking the fight to Daniel Rodriguez. Granted, I say this all the time. Just because you're the one walking forward doesn't mean you win. If you're getting counterpunched, to oblivion.
Agreed.
But he wasn't. He wasn't.
He wasn't. He was tagging him the whole time. I think he landed the bigger shots. He had 2 takedowns, I believe. I mean, what else did he have to do? He was putting the pressure on the man. I mean, D-Rod looked tired. He looked like he was starting to gas out there.
He looked like
3 rounds.
He looked like he wasn't in shape.
I'm saying he looked like a little tubby boy. He looked like you out there, Miller. Look a little tubby boy to you.
He says, man, I got to take you out of full screen real quick, which is just beautiful. He said on his Instagram, he said, huge thanks to everyone who supports me. I felt a lot of love from you this week. You guys are who I am fighting for. I fight for my people, my family, my dream, is what he said.
Who said that?
Li Jingliang. That was an Instagram. No, that was an Instagram post. I just showed it on screen for a second.
Hey, listen, he's a great fighter. I don't care what nobody says.
I
the
think
losses that he's taken have been, kind of brutal, but they've been against some. I mean, D-Rod's not no slouch, but he lost that fight. But I'm just saying, like,
I think
Lee has a career in this.
he has a
He's just fine.
he has a baby face. He is 34 years old, Trey, which is higher than I imagined. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know what it was until I looked it up.
He's got a good 3 years left in him. I think he looks young in the
Maybe
ring.
4. He
He
does look
looks
young.
young.
He looks sharp. He's only improving. And if you really think about it, I don't know how much damage he took in prior fights compared to the Khamzat where he
Dude
got
don't
completely
bleed.
dominated. But he didn't take a lot of damage when he took the worst loss of his career against Khamzat in the way that he got, first round finish. So he might have a lot left on, unanimous decision against Neil Magny, against Jake Matthews back in 2018. Before that, his loss was in 2015. He might have a lot of miles left. Now,
I mean,
what do you do if you're the UFC for this guy? Because he got cheated. Not saying they did it on purpose, but he just got the short end of the stick the whole event for a few months. What do you do?
I mean, I don't think there's. I mean, if I'm Dana, I'm like, listen, he got cheated a couple times. He definitely got robbed on this fight. I think he's doing just fine. I mean, he's lost to some competitors. He's not losing to no bums or anything, I wouldn't say. So, I mean, I think you just let him keep riding it out. Is he ranked? What is he ranked?
He is ranked.
Who's
looking
above
it up
him?
right
I would
now.
still
14,
give him
14.
a fight above him.
14, Neil Magny. That's fair. That's fair. You keep him away from Rachmanov. Maybe a Vicente Luque after what happened to him in his last fight. Maybe you just look.
What is
Masvidal
Luque now? 8.
Luque is 10. Listen, I just came up with
Dang.
this right. I just came up with this right now. He Masvidal feels he deserves a title shot. He's been on a losing skid. Why not say, look,
What?
fight Lee. Get past him if you want anything close to a title shot. I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm just saying.
Is this guy serious? Like, this guy's the biggest clown in the UFC, I think.
I lost a lot. I lost
He
a lot of
is
respect
the
for him.
biggest cornball and clown. Like, he wants a title shot. He's
What's
on
up,
like
Wilson?
a 4-fight losing streak.
You're gonna like this, Trey. Zelma says, "In the source we know, in the source we trust." Horrible week for Lee says plugs. What's up, Miller says Wilson. And Trey, listen, you know where I lost respect for Jorge while we continue with Li Jingliang? When he thinks it's cool to sucker punch somebody. Like he thinks that's a win for him.
I'm saying,
Like he
dude.
talks
He's
about it
you're
in that fashion.
You're in my city. We sucker punch people in my
That's,
city. Like,
that's
yeah,
corny to
dude.
me. That's corny to me. Because if it
I
happens,
bet
to him,
you.
we
I
wouldn't
bet
like
you.
it.
Peace sitting down in your city too. You bum. That's so lame.
And Colby might get a lawsuit out of it, some money. I think he's facing
He
like
better.
2 charges. But what do you do with Li Jingliang? Give me a couple names. I could read off to you real quick. Neil Magny, Chiesa, Rachmanov, Luque, Masvidal, Sean Brady, Steve Thompson.
Hey, I like a Michael Chiesa matchup. I think that would be nice right there, actually.
Bilal Muhammad might be dangerous. I like that one too, Trey. Colby Covington.
Ooh, I
we're
kind
gonna
of
keep
like.
him.
I like that too, Bilal Muhammad.
But-
That's kind of nice, also.
Bilal might be a tough fight for him.
But
But if
that's
he
a
does,
good matchup.
and he's only ranked number 14, facing a number 5 in Bilal. That'll shoot him right up. Kind of like
They would
Sean O'Malley.
stand and bang.
Oh, that'll be a good fight. Lee could potentially win that fight as well too.
I could see him winning that fight 100%.
I wouldn't be surprised if
I kind of like that, actually.
I honestly have no idea what they're gonna do for him next fight. They haven't talked about it, but even Dana White said that everybody feels that Lee won that fight, and he himself felt he won that fight. So I'm assuming they want to do him a favor, Trey. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. You definitely still give him a fight above him. I mean,
He's
I would.
yeah.
I would say somewhere in the 4 to 7 range. Give him one of them guys.
Ooh, he's gonna be in their good graces for a while. Trey, the 4 through 7 range, I'll share with you real quick. Gilbert Burns, Bilal Muhammad, Jeff Neal, Stephen Thompson.
Wonder Boy. Oh, I like Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy's a good name.
That would
Wonder
be
Boy's
nice.
It'll be a
And
battle
that's
between like the two nicest
definitely
guys.
a winnable fight. That's definitely a winnable fight right there. 100% for him.
Definitely a winnable fight. They both have a charisma where fans like both of them. So the press conference will be funny. The embeddeds will be good. That's a good one.
That would be interesting. Wonder Boy hasn't fought since he lost to what's his name, right?
Wonder Boy hasn't fought in a long time. Hold on.
He got beat up.
Stephen Thompson. He last fought 2021. That was December, so like almost a year and a half ago. Bilal Muhammad, unanimous decision, and before that, Gilbert Burns. So it's been a while for
both
him.
of them.
I like that fight for. I think we're
Yeah,
doing a
that'd
little
be nice.
matchmaking
I like that.
for Dana White right here. I mean,
Hey,
if you-
Hunter, Dana, call us up. We got you, buddy.
I'll shoot him a text later. He always replies. Beta says one day, imagine Trey. Forward moving takedowns, outstriked him, fought the bigger man with his hands down. The leech won hearts. Maybe that is a more important victory than getting a win in the octagon. And that happens sometimes. When you lose, but then you lose in a certain fashion, people have respect for you. There's certain fights that I need to think of offhand. But yes, he won the heart of a lot of fans. Definitely improvements. Kevin Holland versus Li Jingliang would be fire, says Torrin Brown. I like that. But Kevin Holland's a weight class above, but Kevin Holland could potentially go down. In Australia, you go to prison for 10 years for a sucker punch. There you have it. He would have been locked up. And I've heard of that before too as well, Cole. Kevin was not expecting that power move. So moving on. What's up, Wilson, by the way? So Li Jingliang gets the loss, but he gets the win as far as the fans. Let's move on to the next fight, Trey. And this is where you started hitting from the very beginning of the card. Johnny Walker.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Okay,
I hit on somebody in the prelims also. I just want to say it was the Tui Tinyasa. I don't know. Honestly, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've never heard of the guy. I got word
Dennis
he was a dog.
versus
I
Jamie
got word he was a dog from a source, you know what I'm saying? And of course, he gets the finish. They took a point away from him during the fight for a nut kick that shouldn't have even
I saw
happened.
that fight.
It was absolutely
it was
ridiculous.
clear. No, it was clear. He hit him in his.
I know, it was clear, but they were both kicking. Like that happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like for them to take a point away for that, it was ridiculous. But it was the second one of the fight. But I thought it was ridiculous. Whatever. He ended up finishing Jamie Pickett, hit big right there, and that started my night. And then we rolled right into that boy. Johnny kicked out of his hotel walker.
Do you know what happened? Do you know the story?
I don't know. Something happened where he got kicked out for some reason.
They
were trying to hang out and stay.
Yeah.
They were. Yeah. What does coach do?
I don't know. That's what I need to figure out. I'm not sure. I saw like some article I didn't.
Well, his coach was the Kavanaugh guy or whatever.
Right.
Or however.
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever he says his name. He's kind of a cornball. I'll be honest. I don't. He looks like
he
looks like a little beta. But yeah. So hey, listen. I told you, Miller. I told you. I called into the stream. I told you, Hulk. He looks like the She-Hulk now, attorney at law. This man don't have it anymore. I tried to tell you. This man was so bad that he got submitted by Johnny Walker. And hold on, I'll say that for y'all again. This man was so bad in the octagon. He got submitted. Submitted by Johnny Walker.
Trey, can I just share with you? Just don't overreact here, right? Johnny Walker did cheat a little bit, grabbing the fence a few times. That helped him get out of certain positions.
Are you serious?
Maybe it would have went a little different because Ian Cutelaba started off pretty decent. That's all I'm gonna say. But I wasn't too impressed with Johnny Walker's win. Were you?
Was it too impressed?
Yeah.
He submitted Johnny Walker, a guy who I have told y'all multiple times has the worst ground game in the UFC, possibly in UFC history.
He was supposed to be the John Jones eliminator,
and he gets a submission win.
He did.
He gets a submission win over a guy who has better ground game than him.
He's a sambo like champion or something weird like that.
I mean, what is happening here? And now listen, I thought Johnny was going to go in there. They were going to stand up for a minute and a half, and then Johnny was going to absolutely knock this guy out. That's what I seen happening. So the fact that he got a submission win, yes, that impresses me.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes, that is shocking.
You started off hot. Now I don't remember you picking Irene Aldana versus Macy Chase.
No, I didn't. I don't care about them girl fights. So that fight was. Listen, I don't care about girl fights, but did you see that knockout?
That was a good fight.
That was nuts.
Macy was putting it on Irene in the beginning. Yes, I did. The up kick, that's the first one in UFC history, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is. That's insane.
Crazy. She looks sharp. She's a Mexican fighter. Macy looks sharp as well. Too dangerous. I think she's gonna be a good fighter in the future. Any last thoughts on Johnny Walker as far as where he goes from here? Because he finally gets a win that he needed so desperately.
Is he ranked still or no?
He is.
Did he ever even get ranked?
He
I mean,
is.
I should probably know this and look at this before, but whatever.
Johnny Walker is number 13. Number 13 in the ranking. He's under your favorite, Ryan Spann.
Oh,
he's on. So he's 13. Jacoby is 14. Jimmy Cruz 15. Okay, so above him, Ryan Spann, Krylov, Paul Craig. Paul Craig will be an interesting one. Thiago Santos, Volkan Ozdemir, Dominic Reyes, maybe something like that. Jamal Hill, we saw what happened when they fought, and then you know the rest of the lineup: Anthony Smith, Rakic, and
Jamal Hill's an absolute dog. That boy needs a title shot, but I like maybe Krylov.
Might not be a bad one. He beat Ryan Spann already, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, how is Ryan Spann even still up there? That man is an absolute bum.
He must have got some wins recently.
No shot.
We just saw him recently, I feel, and I can't remember because I covered it. But yes, he beat Ian Cutelaba. That's what it was, by guillotine choke. So this man's been getting subbed in the first round as well too.
Hey, get that man out of here now. Get him out of here.
I can't believe I put money on him, man. I feel a little bit disappointed.
I'm calling it now. I predicted it before. I predicted again. Ian Cutelaba, or however you say that cornball's name, She-Hulk, will be joining Thiago Santos in the PFL.
Clip this, because you were right about. And again, congrats to you. You called it episode a while ago. I forget what it was, like episode, I don't know, 9, 10 or something.
Yeah, of course. This is what I do. I'm the source. I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel. I've told y'all I have the knowledge, and I can take y'all through college courses of the MMA because I know this more than anyone.
That's not necessarily true, but we move on.
That's 100% true, and that's why I take so much money from Miller.
Your first time. All right, 2 more fights we need to get to, and then we'll answer Wilson's questions. But I'll quickly answer your question. You said your thoughts on Charles Oliveira. I think he has a real chance against Islam Makhachev, and I think he gets the job done, and I might put some money on that. Your thoughts on Canelo versus Triple G, September 17th. I will be covering that this weekend if I get back in time, so stay tuned for that. I think Triple G is over the hill, might be a bit too old, so we'll see what happens, but we'll see about that. I'll expand on that more in a bit, Wilson. Co-main event, Khamzat Chimaev, who was supposed to be in the main event against Nate Diaz, he misses weight by 7.5 pounds. They said he was cramping up. He fights Kevin Holland. Before we break down this fight, Khamzat versus Kevin, I haven't talked to you about it, Trey. What was your thoughts on this whole mess between Khamzat missing weight?
Absolutely insane. What a scramble. The professionalism from the fighters. I mean, hey, boys. Hey, way to make it happen, boys. Hey, way to keep us entertained and make it happen, boys. We appreciate you, huh? Hey, honestly, I think this fight, all the fights, really, the whole card is better than it would have been if they would have kept it the same and they would have did the original card that they were going to do. I think this ended up turning into a better card. I think, hey, Khamzat missing the scale by 8 pounds, 7.5 pounds, whatever it was. Hey, bud. Hey, come on now. That's like, did you even try? I mean, did you even try? Come on, you're wasting everybody's time here. Like this 7-8 pounds. That's huge.
That was ridiculous.
That's huge. That means you got like a 15-20 pound advantage when you go into the octagon tomorrow after eating and everything.
That was ridiculous.
Now, let me say this. Doesn't matter if he comes in 30 pounds under, 25 pounds over, 16 pounds under. It don't matter. This man is the baddest man in the UFC. He is the strongest guy in any division he's in. He is a better ground warrior than anybody in any division he decides to go in. This man is an absolute dog. He is on his way on a one-way street with a first-class seat all the way to the top. I think he's going to be champion before we know it. I don't know who can stop this guy. I've never seen ground game like this in a freaking fight. I mean, it looked like a video game where you just gave your controller to your little brother, or I give it to somebody like you, Miller, because you have no idea what you're doing. I beat you in every video game we play, and I'm better than you in any game, especially Fortnite, Apex, all the stuff like that. And just absolutely demolish him. I mean, rolling with him. He was locking him in with one arm. I mean, it didn't matter what Kevin Holland was doing. He was scrambling, doing his best, trying his hardest. It did not matter. That man was on him the whole time, rolling with him. It looked like they were attached at some points. They would just, Kevin Holland would squirm and roll out of it, and he would just whoop, right back to him, right in the perfect position. This guy is an absolute dog. I'm serious. I've never seen anything like this. He's on a fast track to the championship. Hey, I say give him the champ. Now listen, you got to make weight. That's one thing. You have to make weight. If you're gonna do it, Joe Rogan was right to test him and kind of say some stuff to him in the octagon and trying to challenge him a little bit and was like, hey, if this was the championship fight, it's not like, hey, it don't matter. It's not all jokes and everything. If this was a championship fight, you're not fighting. Like, you just lost your title shot. So you got to make weight. But I'm telling you, if this man makes weight, go ahead and give him the title because he is a absolute animal. It's ridiculous.
Trey, I have a lot to say, man. I've been thinking about this. I like your points. Fair enough. You made some.
And I
decent
love
ones.
Kevin Holland. I love Kevin Holland.
Same
But Khamzat might be my favorite guy. I'll ride with the villain. I love it.
I'm glad we didn't talk about this before the stream because this is where it goes left a little bit, Trey. Who has he beaten?
Every guy they put in front of him.
Exactly.
Every guy they put in front of him. And not only has he beaten them, he has like 4 fights where he didn't even get touched. They didn't even get a hand on him.
He got touched a lot by Gilbert Burns, someone that's actually like ranked high.
Yeah, and did Gilbert win?
It was close.
No. I asked the question. Did Gilbert win?
Who's better, Gilbert or Colby Covington? Who's better, Gilbert or Usman?
Colby Covington.
Who's better, Gilbert or Leon Edwards? That might be a tough one to answer. Colby Covington might be better, right? So listen, Trey. Listen.
Might be. No. Not. There's no might be. Colby Covington is better.
Okay. So
Colby Covington is the only one to stop Khamzat. Please don't let them schedule that fight because Colby Covington is a different breed.
This is where I was headed, Trey. Listen, was I impressed that Khamzat finished it in the first round against a ranked opponent? Absolutely. Credit to him for doing so. It's always hard to fight, someone that's ranked and then do what you have to do in order to get the job done. But listen, this is where I want to share something with you. I don't know how he does against Colby Covington because if Kevin Holland got out of that first round, I don't know how much Khamzat still had in the tank. To me, it looked like when he was going for the choke, he was kind of breathing out of his mouth, really sold out on it. If it went to round 2, I don't know how much he had in the tank. Against Gilbert Burns, he was really winded. With someone like Colby Covington and his cardio, his stamina, his style of fighting, Colby might put him away if he's that tired.
Colby will definitely put him away. What do you mean? Colby's the best fighter in that division.
Listen, Colby doesn't have the power as far as striking. So where Khamzat could hurt Colby striking wise if it stays standing.
He's not gonna stay standing. He's not gonna strike. It's not gonna matter.
It's gonna be tough to wrestle against a Khamzat.
Everybody thinks they can go in there and get in there with Colby, and then they get in there with Colby, and it's like, what the heck? This dude's pace and this dude's stamina is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
His pace.
He's got that bedroom cardio. Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is doing that.
Listen, what do you do with Khamzat? Now, look, a lot of people feel that he might not be able to make welterweight again. But granted, do you remember in the 10 days notice that he made welterweight? I think maybe he did have problems making the weight this time. But he'll make it.
He said the doctor told him to stop cutting weight. I believe that.
Trey, but this is where it gets interesting. His coach was interviewed just yesterday, and he says he takes accountability because he was the one that told him not to cut the weight. So who's telling the truth?
Who said he takes accountability?
His coach.
Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever. They say whatever they want to say. Maybe he's just being the bigger man. Maybe he's trying to not make it look bad on somebody else. Who knows? I don't know. Either way, what I do know is he didn't make weight. Tough. They still got him a fight, and he absolutely dominated Kevin Holland. A Kevin Holland who, since he has dropped weight classes, has looked like a whole different beast and has been dominating cats.
Kevin Holland is a dangerous fighter. Which is fair. Now, a point that Beta made in the chat, the DC Fight Club member, you see the gold glove next to his name. He says, Covington is so much smaller than Hamza, and that's what worries me. That like Covington is not a big middleweight. I'm sorry, a big welterweight. That's what scares me a little bit against someone like Hamza. But Trey, just travel with me here. Just travel with me here. If Hamza for some reason doesn't have to face Colby Covington to get to the title,
Then he better not do it.
No. I'm saying, like, let's hypothetically say he doesn't have to see Colby, right, to get to the title. You think he wins the title if he doesn't have to fight Colby Covington?
Yes.
He beats Usman?
Yes.
Why? Because of the
Because
knockout? You don't think he's the same fighter?
No, I think he's stronger. I think he's stronger, and dude, I'm telling you, I ain't never seen in the first round. All right, I'll say this: he beats
He's
Usman.
He's not double legging Usman like that though.
He won't double. He'll wrestle him though. He'll get his back or something like that, and get him up against the fence. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Freaking yes, he will.
Maybe in the first round. Usman has one of the greatest takedown defense. Colby Covington took him down once.
Really? Because I've seen Colby Covington take him down, and I've seen Leon take him down.
Leon took him down, but he got right back up. And then again, so credit to you. If Hamza takes that back, it's over. He's choking him out.
It's over.
I'll grant you that. Usman doesn't have the greatest back take defense.
And listen, how big is Usman? You talk about Colby's size. How big is Usman? Usman's not a big dude. I mean, he's stocky and strong, but
what worries me is that Usman, the way he got knocked out, Trey, I don't know if we're gonna get the same version of him. So I guess maybe we could better answer this once he fights Leon a third time. But real quick, does Usman come back the same?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, what?
I don't think so.
Hey, what are we talking about right here? Usman was dominating. He was absolutely demolishing, tearing up Leon. Don't act like he wasn't doing that. He was ripping that man apart, tearing him up, piecing him up, had him tired, looking dazed, looking awful. Doing the same exact thing to him. And Leon, I don't care if you say it's not lucky or not, it was lucky. I know it was set up perfectly. Literally,
there was a little bit of luck involved.
There was a lot of luck involved, and it was set up perfect. It was literally, it couldn't have got any better. It was picture perfect and set up, and he knocked him out. Congratulations, he got the knockout. It's just like Amanda Nunez and Pena. You know what I'm saying? Congrats, you did it. You know what I'm saying? You called your shot, you got it. Hey, you're in the history books. See you later.
I like that comparison, but when it comes to Leon, he's a better fighter than Juliana compared to to Usman and the comparison between both fighters. Well, I'm saying like is a lot more competitive, Usman and Edwards compared to Juliana Pena and Amanda Nunes. Trey, I'm gonna stick to this real quick, and I know we go on tangents, which is beautiful. Is that Trey Scorch? Yes, that is Trey. Windy City just became a member of the channel. He re-ups on that. We have 11 channel members. I appreciate all you guys. You guys have your own panel on the channel where you guys can see when you go to my channel all the people that are members. Thank you once again, Windy City. Trey, I was leading towards, I just want to share this because I keep thinking about this, Trey. By the way, we got 20 viewers. We've been steady there. That's beautiful. Trey, I don't think Usman comes back the same fighter. I feel very, very strongly about that. And
why?
And
just because he got knocked out once?
Before I tell you why, if you want to throw 20 out there.
20 on what?
Edwards Usman.
Yeah, their next fight? Please.
Listen,
hey, mark this down, please. Usman, Leon, I got Usman.
Listen, that getting hit the way he did, I think he's gonna have in the back of his mind, I can't be as aggressive. I've been touched before and I've got put out. Edwards was that whole altitude, elevation, I think played a part. I think Edwards is going to be sharp, not get taken down as easily. I think Edwards gets the win. I don't know how we landed on this topic because we're gonna move on to the main event
Because you
shortly.
like to say dumb stuff and it sends us down a spiral of stupidity and I have to try and
Listen,
control it and steer it and let everybody know what the truth is. This man was dominating Leon the
he was.
entire time
Leon had a bad night.
for 4.5 minutes. My bad. I don't know if that
No, you're
messed
good.
me
You're
up.
good. No, you're
But
good.
for 4.5 minutes and literally got caught with one kick, a lucky kick, set up perfectly, got caught. Congratulations, bud. You did it. It's over. You're in the history books. We'll see you later. You're going back to being irrelevant. Fighting one time every 2 years.
Well, we bet here live today, so we'll see what happens. Listen, that man was knocked out with his eyes wide open, was down there for a while. He didn't remember what happened until he got to the ambulance. All I'm saying is that changes people. Look at Tony Ferguson. It changes you when you get knocked out.
First of all, don't
in a certain
do
fashion.
not.
And so,
First of all, I want to say no. You're not gonna say that.
You like that transition? You like that transition?
First of all, that is so disrespectful that you would even do that. Tony Ferguson is on like a 5-fight losing streak. And second of all, Usman has beaten this dude before. It's not like he's fighting him for the first time and the dude knocked him out. And it's like, oh my God, this dude's got my number. He knocked me out. No, he's whooped this dude before. Not to mention, he was winning for how long was that? 4.5 minutes. 4.5 rounds, yeah. I'll just say 4.5 rounds, and literally was tearing him up and got one lucky kick.
I don't think it's in his. Yeah.
I don't think it gets in his head at all. I think he lets him know, hey, congratulations, you got a lucky kick. You're in the history books. We'll see you later. You're going back to being irrelevant.
Great point by Mike in the chat. He says Leon didn't exactly look like he was in a war, not even a scratch, to be honest. Leon took Usman's back. He gets a knockout win.
What? He was getting tore up.
He got taken down,
Mike,
little ground and pound.
Mike,
here and
delete
there.
your YouTube. Congratulations, Mike. Today's your day. You're deleting your YouTube for the stupidest comment in the podcast today. Congratulations, Mike. That was the worst comment we've had today.
Torrin says size doesn't mean nothing, Miller. It ain't the size in the dog. It's the dog in the fight. I like that, Torrin. Listen, I think Leon gets the job done. Leon gasses out, unfortunately, says Wilson. I don't think he does in the third fight. We'll see what happens. Moving on to someone that also got knocked out like Usman did, but in TKO fashion this time, not the Chandler kick. But he got submitted by none other than Nate Diaz. I wonder whoever put those prop bets and actually took that. But Nate Diaz gets the job done. Trey, your thoughts?
Well, what a way to cap off the night for your boy, because that was another.
Did you hit a parlay?
Smooth.
Did you put a parlay in? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did. Actually, yes, I did. I did a Johnny Walker, Khamzat, and Nate, and of course it hit because I'm the king. I'm the source. I'm the one that gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel. I'm the best capper in the UFC, and I took 20 from Miller on this fight. And what do you know? Nate Diaz comes out there in Nate Diaz fashion, just absolutely entertaining the people, walking around, shaking his hand, saying he's not fighting right now, getting in Tony's head, absolutely piecing him up. Listen, he was tagging Tony up. He had Tony's. Listen, Tony cut his shin up by hitting him in the leg. Everybody was talking about Nate's leg. Look at his leg. Nate's leg was fine. I think he was just chilling, hanging out. He was doing it in typical Nate fashion. Listen, I don't think Nate has the cardio he used to have. I don't think he's able to go like he used to. I don't think he's able to have that pace or push it forward or really stand there and bang anymore. So the fact that he was slowing it down, letting it last, letting it chill, walking around, entertaining the crowd, putting his hands on the fence, putting his hands on his legs, messing with Tony. I think that was all a part of the game plan. He was going to take his time, take it slow, because he knew Tony was going to come after him. He was going to swing. He was going to try the kicks. He was going to try this back fist. Horrible back fist, by the way. Horrible elbows. Every time he did it, he looked like he didn't know where he was at. He was lost. He couldn't even find Nate.
Near.
I mean, Nate was nowhere near him. It was absolutely horrible. And I think that was Nate's whole plan. He's just going to let him tire himself out. Tony standing there, threw as much as he could, got tired eventually. Nate started throwing back, hitting him, popping him. And listen, Tony's chin is, is that Cody Garbrandt out there? Because I can't tell with the glass chin. It is absolutely sad. I think Tony and Cody Garbrandt are in a race for who has the glassiest, plastic, weakest chin, fakest chin that you could have. Because, it's like hitting a button. And listen, I know he didn't knock him out or anything, but Tony, hey, buddy, it's time to hang it up. 5-fight losing streak, you know what I'm saying? And I know he took this fight on a one-day notice, and he switched it up, but still, he was training for a fight. He knew it was gonna be. I think he was still training for what, a 5-round fight, I believe.
He was training for a 5-round fight. He was training for a striker where Nate Diaz was training
And
for a wrestler, and Nate Diaz still gets it done.
not to mention Nate Diaz was training for a 3-round fight, I believe, and he still came in there and was chilling. I
Five,
mean,
five, five.
him and Kamzat was gonna be 5 rounds.
Yes.
Okay, but well, listen. I mean, come on, what are we doing, Tony? It's time to hang it up, buddy. Then I see him in the post fight press conference talking to the reporter, and the reporter's like, "Hey, like, basically asked him if he still got it or whatever," and he's like, Did you watch UFC during the pandemic? You could thank me." And I'm just like, man, what is this guy talking about? You could thank him for what? I mean, come on, Tony, buddy. It's time to go. It's time to hang it up. Only time I would want to see Tony fight again, I guess, is if he fought Connor. Maybe. That's the only time I want to see them fight again. Other than that, I'm done with Tony. I think he's a bum. I don't know who he would beat. I don't know who I see him beating. Unless it's like just a nobody or I mean, they gave him multiple caps and it's just not working out for him. So he doesn't have it anymore. He's old. You can see the age on him. He looks tired. He looks bummy. And I'm done with Tony. It was a great run.
I don't think he did that bad in this particular single fight. He was picking apart Nate Diaz's leg. He shouldn't have went for the takedown. One judge had it for Ferguson, 28-27. I think the other two judges had it like 30-27. So for him to pull out a decision was going to be rough. He would have to win on the fourth and fifth round on one of the other judges. Tony Ferguson, he went up in weight, and that's why he lost his pop. Maybe I think it's more than that. I think it's the beginning of the end, Trey. I was saying that earlier in the stream.
It's past that.
But that doesn't disregard all the legends that he's fought. Kevin Lee, Anthony Pettis. We could go down the list of all the fights that he has had. I mean, this guy was spectacular early in his career. Cerrone, RDA, Edson Barbosa, Josh Thompson. He's fought some big names. He was supposed to fight Khabib 5 times.
I'm sorry. Did you just put Kevin Lee's name in there with those guys?
Let's not waste.
Are we still? We're talking about a bum in Eagle FC right now. Kevin Lee.
Let's not waste our time on talking about Kevin Lee, because the truth is he would have been a champion if there was a 165-pound division in the UFC.
And guess what? There wasn't. And it's just so embarrassing and cringy when you say that. I'm just like, bro, no, you didn't just say that live in front of everybody.
I'm sorry, but it's true. And Eddie Rodriguez, he says, damn, the disrespect is real. I just think that Tony Ferguson, he's met that time in his life where he's not the same fighter that he was on his prime. Tony Ferguson thrived, depended on walking forward, out fighting you as far as like a battle of stamina, where you could hit him with any bomb and volume. He was going to keep walking forward. He was going to keep walking forward until you couldn't do anything to stop him, and you're tired and you can't defend yourself. You can't strike back, and he's jabbing you. He's landing sharp elbows, takedowns, the grappling.
It was the awkward fight style. He was awkward.
Yes.
He was always doing crazy stuff. Trying to flip and kick you and do all these weird things, go to different angles.
And in order to win that way, you have to have sort of that kind of youthfulness. You got to have, that kind of speed and power that kind of like that overexerts like your opponent and just makes them kind of give up. That's what Tony Ferguson would almost do. He would kind of make you like submit to his will. But at 38 years old, he's not going to be able to do that anymore. Another person that I could think of is Dominick Cruz. Yeah, his footwork, everything, that all looks nice, but his chin is not the same. So as soon as he gets touched, he's possibly going to go down. So Dominick Cruz, in the same fashion, these fighters are just reaching that age where I think we're living in nostalgia. I'm sorry to say, but they're not going to ascend to what they once were. And I don't think that's hating. I think that's just being quite honest.
That's real life, baby. That's father time. It gets you. It catches up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Y'all used to be good. You're legends. Thank you for what you did for the sport. Thank you for, you know what I'm saying? You used to be nice. Hey, truth hurts. You suck now. You're trash. You're garbage. You got a glass freaking chin. You're a bum.
He's not a bum, but for him,
he's stealing money from the UFC right now. How is he still getting paid? He's on a 5-fight losing streak.
Can he beat
Miller,
anybody?
that's what I'm trying to say. Look around him. I don't know who he's gonna. Who would he beat? I don't know.
That's what I was just about to ask you.
I don't see anyone unless they give him a bum.
Can he beat anybody in the lightweight or welterweight division in the top 15? Do you think he makes 155 again? That's another question to you.
No.
Okay, so he fights in the welterweight division.
You know what? You know what? And listen,
Michelle Pereira, maybe.
No, heck no. Michelle Pereira's nice.
Li Jingliang?
No, heck no. Li Jingliang, you see what he did to D-Rod? He would tear up Tony.
It only gets worse from there, Trey.
He would knock out Tony. Listen, it's over for him. I'm sorry, it's over for him. There's nowhere to go.
Rockman off, imagine. Sean Brady, Stephen Thompson.
Listen. Let me say this.
Stephen Thompson might hit with a crazy kick.
Him going back up to 170 is the first sign that he showed me he's finally starting to realize and he's giving up. He's finally starting to realize he doesn't want to cut the weight anymore. He doesn't want to cut the weight anymore. He doesn't want to keep doing it. He wants to go up. He wants to try a little less. He wants to still get his paycheck and be able to fight because he likes fighting, but he doesn't want to put in the effort anymore.
Trey, listen, I don't think he thinks that. I think he should, in a sense, think that. I think in his mind, he could still compete. I think he's delusional in that sense. And having that delusion gets you this far. You know, you got to have a crazy belief in yourself. But I don't think reality hit him yet, that he's not who he once was. I truly think that. How do you feel about what he thinks about himself? Not what we think. It's loud and clear. It's loud and clear he's not the same fighter. But what do you think he thinks about himself?
First of all, is that a Hey Arnold in your hand?
Right there? Absolutely. The greatest cartoon in Nickelodeon. Absolutely.
You know what's kind of crazy?
Yes.
Look to your left. Y'all's head. Look to your left.
The head, the football.
No, y'all's head is kind of the same. You got a long head. What the heck?
Hey Arnold was the greatest show on Nickelodeon.
You sleep on your side a lot or something? Why is your head so flat?
I do. It's kind of creepy.
Look, that's why your head's so flat and long.
Yeah. Hey man, it's not that long. You think so?
That's crazy, dude.
Listen, I think we got off track just a little bit here.
How big is that hat, bro? Those are like extra large headphones.
No, I wear like a 7 1/8 or 7 and what is it? What's after that? And 1/4.
Those are
7 1/4. But I don't.
Those are extra large headphones.
What's that?
Those are extra large headphones.
No, I got it on pretty tight. Actually,
you're like one of them little. You're like one of them little people with a big head, ain't you? That's crazy.
No, not really.
I've seen people like you before.
You got a big ass head.
No, you got a huge head.
But your body matches it as well, too, Trey. If
I know. I'm shaped like
shaped like what?
Yeah, Miller. I don't know if you know this. I don't know who you hang out with or who you're around, but this is what a normal person looks like.
I don't know about that.
You got a huge head on a 4th grade body.
No, I got a normal head. We've been hitting the gym, Trey. I don't know.
You know what's crazy? It's like your head. It's like your head's been growing for 32 years and your body stopped when you were 14.
And how long have you been growing that mullet? Because it still hasn't worked out for you. I know you're not getting girls with that. Nobody likes that.
Haircuts.
Yeah, does your girl actually like that?
Yeah, she loves it. She plays with it all the time.
She must really love your personality, and I think a lot of people do. We're getting.
She loves everything about me.
I wouldn't say she loves the mullet. I wish. Oh man, I might have to ask her myself.
Every girl loves everything about me. Do you know who I am? I'm the source. I'm the king. I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel.
Listen, we're getting off track. Your mustache is horrible. What were we talking about? Tony Ferguson. That was my question. Jeez. Yeah, Hey Arnold, the greatest anyways. Does he know in his mind that he's not who he once was? That's my question.
Listen, Miller, here's the thing. You can think what you want.
You got a big head too. Jeez, I'm just noticing that. It's taking like the whole camera. I'm sorry, I couldn't get over it.
You got extra large headphones on your head. That's what I'm saying.
Your head looks heavy. Like it just looks like
I can tell they're extra large because your head looks huge and then your body's just shrunk. You sit in your daughter's booster seat to stream, so I didn't want to.
And then you got the 5 and below shades with the zebra print. Nobody likes this.
Look at you. You got fake glasses on. Those aren't even prescriptions. You probably got those at freaking Walmart.
These are Baxter Blue glasses. These are good glasses. Where do you get those at, Ross?
No, you got to get these online. Marshalls? And guess what? There's none in stock because everybody wants them so bad.
Yeah, because they stopped selling them because they suck. Listen, all right, Tony Ferguson, is he delusional in his own mind?
Listen, Miller, this is what I was saying.
You watched that black tea one too many times. It looks faded. All right, my bad. I'm sorry.
Hey, what is that? Hey, what size shirt is that? A children's large? You
no,
shop at Baby Gap, don't you?
It's a medium maybe.
You shop at Baby Gap.
Might be a large, but the muscles kind of fill in the emptiness. All right, my bad.
I bet you probably get all your clothes from the children's section at Kohl's,
right.
don't you?
And you at Big and Tall, you might not even know what that is. Big and Tall was like an old thing.
You definitely don't know what that is. You don't even get to shop at normal people's stores.
Definitely don't shop there. Tony Ferguson.
Can I answer now, or are you gonna start talking again when I start speaking?
Your tea looks like it's been like. It looks like you watched that black tea.
What you mean? It looks like you watched your black tea's gray now. Look at your tea.
You washed it with your white clothes. All right, so all right, Tony.
You don't even got no shoulders. Look at your feminine shoulders. Look at your feminine shoulders on your body.
Look, bro, I've been.
You got feminine shoulders.
I've been. We gonna go arm for arm. Anyways,
you look like the type of dude that takes a bath, don't you? You take baths, don't you?
No, I don't take baths, and baths are not bad. I got nothing against them.
You like bath bombs.
Can we get back on track before
you throw a candle on when you go get in the bath? Be honest.
But I do like candles. That's the funny part.
You look like the type of dude that throws a candle in the bathroom, draws a bath, and throws some still on.
Tony Ferguson.
It's like I was saying before you rudely interrupted me both times.
Was that shirt originally black, or
was your shirt originally black?
My shirt is gray. It looks like the color that I bought it.
How you got a farmer's tan and it starts at your elbows and your sleeves are that high? Still,
I do have a farmer's tan. I do have a pretty bad farmer's tan.
You don't even farm. You don't even know how to grow a plant.
I don't. You look like you know how to farm for sure.
You let your wife decorate your.
You look like
your
you
wife
grew up
decorate
on a
your
farm
setup, didn't you?
And dated like a sister if you had one. But anyway,
sorry. Your wife put that little stand up behind you.
You're Bryce's cousin. You must be. What's his name? Anyways, Tony Ferguson.
I'm surprised you ain't got 9 kids right now with your Mexican self.
Tony Ferguson.
All right, Tony Ferguson.
Got the second one on the way. We've been doing this for like 10 minutes.
Wait, really?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. I thought
was that shirt originally black? It's a serious question. I just want to.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks brown.
You look like you was originally black and you slowly just faded too.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Can I talk? Are you gonna interrupt me again?
Tony Ferguson.
Because I know you want to so bad.
I'm done. Tony Ferguson.
With your patchy beard you got right now. All right. Anyways.
I don't think it's that patchy. It's
pretty
a
patchy.
shadow. It's a shadow.
You don't even shave even.
Do you even have a beard? Can you turn sideways? Like, what is that? Oh, that's horrible. That's
Miller.
horrible.
I know you don't know anything about this.
You cut your own hair, right? Like,
I know you don't know anything about this. This is what sex appeal looks like. This is what sex appeal looks like.
Yeah, to like your cousins. So Tony Ferguson.
Hey, thank God you can play the piano because I know you didn't get any girls from your height or your charm.
I know you didn't get any girls with that. You didn't have that mullet in high school. There's no way.
Don't make me
go to your Instagram and show them what you look like in high school.
Don't make me go to your Instagram when you look like a daggum Hawaiian dude with your long hair and your dread like. All right.
All right. No. Just have it in the background in case you want to go there. Go ahead, Tony Ferguson.
Yeah. Tony Ferguson, listen, you can tell yourself all you want in your head. You can hype yourself up as much as you want. But at the end of the day, when you're sitting there laying in bed at night, laying in your bed right before you're about to fall asleep, when you're dreaming and you see, just in the back of your head, you know the truth. And you see that father time clock just ticking, tick-tock. And you know what's running down. You feel the aches. Mm-hmm. You feel the pains. You feel it all. You know the truth at the end of the day. Your body don't lie to you. You can tell yourself all you want to in your head. You can hype yourself up all you want to. But there's one thing for certain. Your body don't lie to you. I know he's feeling it at the end of the day. I know he's hurting. One of the last 2 times I've seen him, he had his top lip folded over his chin. He knows the truth. He knows the truth. He can hype himself up and say what he wants in the media, and I'm sure you listen to it and you read into that because you're casual and you don't really understand fighting or know what you're talking about. And I do, so I'm here to tell you. He knows the truth. He knows it's over. He knows he's just collecting paychecks, stealing money from the UFC.
So you think he's kind of fooling us? He says he wants to come back.
He's doing whatever. What fighter besides freaking embarrassing Luke Rockhold, who you also had and got wrong? What fighter admits that?
That's true. Besides the Luke Rockhold, I mean, there's a few fighters that know that they don't have it. After a while, I think Tony Ferguson is that delusional, and it might take another clear knockout for him to come to his senses. That's what I think. But yeah, what's up?
I don't even know if he's gonna get another fight. It might be a while before we see him again.
He'll get another fight. Who that is? Listen, I don't know, man. I don't think he could be.
You know what the best part is? You know what the best part is they show that video of him or that clip that they did to Embedded, and he kicks that steel pole, and he's like, "No blood, we're all good." And he goes in and then he goes in there and kicks Nate's leg and starts bleeding like crazy down his leg.
That was crazy. Like,
I'm just like, man, this guy's trash.
That cut on his leg was bad. But Nate Diaz, does he ever come back to the UFC? Before we get out of here, last question.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he has one more fight. I'm hearing some crazy rumors because I'm the source, I'm the king, I'm the one that gets it done. I miss their intel. That Conor is coming up with his own promotion and possibly fighting Nate Diaz.
He's still under contract, though. I think he has 2 fights left.
But listen, it's gonna be like partnered with the UFC somehow.
I'm
not sure all the details how it works, but somehow Conor's coming out with like his own promotion or something where he's partnering with the UFC and coming out with like I don't know how they're gonna do it. It's just like rumors going around. I'm here to break the news for y'all. Obviously, y'all didn't hear it because y'all don't know anything. Y'all aren't the source. Y'all aren't plugged in like me. But I'll break the news to y'all. That's what they're saying.
Okay. Well, we've been live for an hour 20 minutes, so we're gonna get out of here. A side guy says, "Dude on the right does have a huge head." You do, Trey. That's just neither.
You're probably on the right. You're probably the one on the right.
No, you're on the right side.
Then guess what, you freaking idiot? You can shut your mouth and never come back to this channel again. I don't care if you ever comment in this channel again, you bum. I'm better than you.
Lord Farquhar is on fire, says Cole. Comedy Hour says Wilson. Listen, we had a great time. Canelo versus Triple G fights this weekend. We should be covering that. Any last thoughts, Trey? Anything you want to share? This was probably my favorite stream. It just gets better and better with the back and forth. We had a little comedy hour. That was fun.
Yeah. Guess what? Y'all are gonna start respecting me. Y'all are gonna start putting some true respect on my name because I took money out of Miller's pocket. I don't care about his family. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if Miller gets hungry tomorrow. I don't care. I'm taking his $40. You think I care about that? No, I don't. I want to win. I'm a champion. I'm making more money on UFC cards than y'all making a week when y'all are working 40, 60 hours. Y'all could never do like me. I'm the source. I'm the best capper in the league. I'm the best one to ever do this. And I've told y'all again and again, I went 4-1 on this card. I almost swept it. I should have swept it, but they gypped Leach. It's the worst, most disgusting, horrible robbery I've ever seen in my entire life. But there's one thing I know for sure. I'm the source. I'm the one that gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel, and you know what it is, baby. Support 2A, and I'm out of here. See you next week. I'm glad y'all got to see me. I'm the source, baby. Let's.
And he hangs up without any warning, and I can respect that. Trey, look, listen, Trey, we had a great, great episode today. This was possibly my favorite one by far. Corey Sandhagen versus Song Yadong. Listen, I think Corey Sandhagen, I know he's taken some losses as far as lately in his career because he lost to Aljamain. He loses to TJ Dillashaw, although that fight was close. And a lot of people felt that Corey Sandhagen won, but he's only losing against the elite. Only 3 losses: Sterling, Dillashaw, Piotr Jan. And the Piotr Jan fight, yes, Piotr Jan started to take over and land the more significant shots. I think Corey Sandhagen is going to be here for a while, and I wouldn't be surprised if he fights for the title in the next 2 to 3 years and potentially wins that title. I think he's one of the most dangerous fighters in the division, honestly. That's just my opinion. In the bantamweight division, I think he's going to make some noise. As far as him versus Song Yadong, I think, yes, Corey Sandhagen is going to get it done this weekend. Plugs, thank you for asking your questions. I should start making posts where I say, listen, let us know your questions, before we get into the podcast. So I should put that on more platforms. But thank you for that question. That's a great one. Plugs. Rambo says, peace out. Respect to His Majesty's mullet. We had a great time. I didn't expect the roast session to start. That was a lot of fun, guys. We're going to get out of here this Saturday. Triple G versus Canelo will be starting. So, and we'll be covering it. So, guys, keep it locked. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. As long as I make it back in time, we'll be covering that fight. UFC 279 was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming to our weekly podcast. We do this every week. So, if you haven't already, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell for post notifications. Guys, we're out of here. Much love. God bless. Thank you for another great episode. Peace.
I'm the best ever. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Yo, bounce guy, go off.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Wilder's in a world of trouble. Closing seconds. Can he weather the storm here in the third round?
And the ball is superlative.
Big right hook, lands flush for Cambosos, and that knockdown Teofimo Lopez. We have ourselves a fight.
Khabib Nurmagomedov gets a triangle choke from up top. Gaethje's out, and the fight is over. The triangle choke for Khabib Nurmagomedov.
And Porter gets knocked down. He gets knocked down again. 10th round TKO win. Left uppercut, and that knocks out Leo. It appears he's out cold. The fight is over. It was a counter left uppercut, and just like that, what a left uppercut. I did not see that coming, ladies and gentlemen. I will have to admit, what a fight.
Nice celebration for a 3K video. I don't know, man. To hit 3,000 subscribers in like
Right hook to the body for Campbell. Left hook to the body for Garcia. And that knocked down Campbell. It was a left hook to the body. Campbell on the ground. The count is on. Can he make his way up? It appears he can't get up. Campbell on the ground. Trying to stand up. And the fight is over. Ryan Garcia with a 7th round knockdown. What a performance. Guys, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. We're trying to do record numbers today. Ryan Garcia tearing up and crying. What a performance for Ryan Garcia.